Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive. And you guys know I love it when you send in stuff about fitness and working out. And we got a ton of requests to go deep on building muscle mass.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. You sent in some great articles, really fascinating stuff. It's not just about getting ripped or looking good at the beach,
Right.
This is about overall health, metabolism, strength, even mental well-being, so many benefits, even if you're not a gym rat.
Yeah.
Get ready to get strong.
Yeah. I'm excited to dig into this. I think what really stood out to me from these articles is how they really challenge this idea that muscle building is just for show. It's really about how we function, how healthy we are, regardless of age or fitness goals.
Absolutely. So much more to it. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's start with the basics. When we say muscle mass, what are we actually talking about?
Well, muscle mass is basically the amount of muscle tissue in your body. It's a key component of, body composition. And it impacts like everything, how you move, how many calories you burn, even when you're just resting.
Okay, so it's not just size, it's like the actual makeup of our bodies.
Exactly. And to be super precise here, we're mainly talking about skeletal muscle, the kind you can control through exercise, like what we use to walk, lift things, even just stand up straight.
Okay, so not the kind that makes our heart beat or our stomach digest.
Right, exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. Muscle, pound for pound, burns way more calories than fat, like 3 times more, even when you're just relaxing. So the more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate. You burn more calories all day long, even when you're not working out.
Whoa, hold on. So you're saying even if I'm just chilling on the couch, I'm burning more calories just by having more muscle? That's kind of a game changer.
It is. It's a powerful tool for sure. But the benefits don't stop there. We're talking stronger bones, better blood sugar control, even improvements in mental health. It's about feeling good in your own skin, inside and out, not just looking good.
Okay, now you've got me hooked. I gotta know, what are some of these other amazing benefits that come with building muscle?
Well, for starters, strength and power. This might seem obvious, but it goes beyond lifting heavy weights. It means handling everyday activities with more ease. Like, think about carrying groceries, playing with your kids, even just moving around with less effort and strain.
That's huge, especially as we age, right? It's like building resilience for everyday life.
Exactly. And how about stronger bones? As we get older, our bone density naturally declines, which increases the risk of osteoporosis and fractures.
Right.
But strength training, which builds muscle, helps counteract this. Stimulates bone growth, increases bone mineral density.
So it's like investing in our bone health for the future.
It's exactly a smart investment. And here's another one that often surprises people. Building muscle can actually improve your insulin sensitivity, which is key for preventing type 2 diabetes.
Wait, really? How does building muscle help with blood sugar control?
So when your muscles are strong and healthy, they're more efficient at taking up glucose from your bloodstream, which means your body needs to produce less insulin to manage your blood sugar levels.
Interesting. So it's like having a better system for regulating blood sugar.
It is. It's like a well-trained team of glucose regulators working for you 24/7.
Wow, I had no idea there's such a strong connection between building muscle and preventing diabetes.
There is. And then let's not forget mental well-being. You know how exercise is a mood booster? Well, building muscle plays a big role in that.
Okay, you're saying that lifting weights can help with anxiety and depression? That almost sounds too good to be true.
I know, right? But studies actually show a clear link between increased muscle mass and reduced symptoms of both anxiety and depression. And it's not just about the endorphins you get during a workout, although those are great.
Yeah.
It's also about building strength, achieving fitness goals, boosting your confidence, and that can spill over into other areas of your life.
Yeah, makes sense. A sense of accomplishment, feeling stronger, that can really impact how we feel overall.
Okay, I'm officially on board, but let's get practical. Where do we even begin?
Well, let's head to the gym, shall we? These articles you sent highlight some incredibly effective exercises. And the cool thing is, a lot of them work multiple muscle groups at once, so they're really efficient and impactful.
Okay, let's get into the muscle building playbook. What are the exercises we should be focusing on?
First up, we've got the deadlift. Now, I know it sounds kind of intimidating,
It does.
but trust me, it's a foundational movement. Works wonders, engages your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, even your core. All in one go. Okay, that's a lot of muscles working at once. No wonder it's considered such a power move. What else?
Next up, squats. People often think of them as just a leg exercise, but they actually work your entire body, including your core. in a way that mimics a lot of our everyday movements, like sitting down and standing up.
So it's not just for powerlifters, right?
Not at all. Strong squats translate to better functional fitness, which makes daily tasks easier.
Makes sense. So even if I'm not training for competition, squats are still a good choice for building overall strength and mobility.
Absolutely. And of course, we can't forget the classic bench press, a staple for building chest, shoulder, and tricep strength. Just remember, proper form is key to avoid injury. Start with lighter weights and focus on technique.
Yeah, safety first. I'm noticing a theme here. Compound movements that engage multiple muscle groups seem to be key.
You got it. It's about working smarter, not harder. In addition to those, we've got overhead presses for shoulder strength and development, pull-ups or chin-ups for back and arm strength, and rows to really target those back muscles and improve posture.
Wow, that's quite the arsenal of muscle building exercises. Anything else we should keep in mind for our workouts?
Yes, a super important one, progression. As you get stronger, you need to gradually increase the weight or resistance you're using. This is called progressive overload, and it's basically how you signal to your muscles that they need to grow stronger to keep up.
So it's not about doing the same workout over and over, it's about constantly challenging ourselves to see real growth.
Exactly. But it's not all about how we move our bodies, it's also about what we put into them. Let's talk nutrition, how we fuel that muscle-building machine.
Right. You can't build a house without the right materials. What do we need to know about the building blocks of a muscle-building diet?
We got to understand macronutrients, carbs, protein, and healthy fats, and how they each play a unique role in fueling workouts, repairing muscle tissue, and supporting overall health.
Perfect. Let's break down the world of macronutrients and their muscle-building superpowers.
Right, first up, carbohydrates. Contrary to some popular diet trends, carbs are not the enemy. They're your primary source of energy, especially for those tough workouts.
So carbs are what fuel our muscles during exercise. How does that work?
Think of it this way. When you eat carbs, your body converts them into glucose, which is stored in your muscles and liver as glycogen. And during exercise, your body uses this stored glycogen for energy.
Interesting.
The harder you work out, the more glycogen you deplete. So it's important to fuel up with carbs before and after training.
So carbs are not just for energy, but for replenishing those glycogen stores and making sure we can perform our best during workouts.
Exactly. Next, we have protein, the MVP of muscle building. It provides the essential amino acids, which act as the building blocks for muscle repair and growth.
Okay, so if carbs are the fuel, protein is like the construction crew that comes in and rebuilds the muscle.
Perfect analogy. And how much protein you need depends on your goals and activity level. But generally, if you're trying to build muscle, aim for around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And it's not just quantity, but quality too. Choose complete protein sources that provide all the essential amino acids.
Like what?
Lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy. And for plant-based options, quinoa and soy are great.
Got it. So we've got carbs for energy, protein for repair. What about the other essential building block? Healthy fats.
Healthy fats are essential for hormone production, which plays a big role in muscle growth and recovery. They also help with nutrient absorption and keep you feeling full.
So don't fear the fat. Which fats should we be including?
Things like avocados, nuts and seeds, olive oil, fatty fish like salmon, even dark chocolate in moderation.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So we've got carbs, protein, healthy fats. It all comes down to a balanced and enjoyable approach, right?
You nailed it. And to get that balance consistently, meal planning is key. Think of it as setting yourself up for success. Having nutritious meals and snacks ready to go so you're not tempted by less healthy options when hunger strikes.
Meal planning. It sounds so simple, yet so many of us struggle with it. Any tips?
Focus on whole foods. Load up on fruits, vegetables, lean protein, whole grains, and those healthy fats we talked about.
So it's not just about protein shakes and supplements then?
Exactly. Supplements can have a place, but they should supplement a good diet, not replace it. Speaking of which, let's talk about supplements and clear up some of the hype around them.
Yes, let's dive into the world of supplements. There are so many out there, it's hard to know what's actually worth it.
It can be. And that's where understanding the science helps. First things first, supplements are not magic pills. They won't replace hard work in the gym and good nutrition.
No shortcuts, huh? So supplements are meant to enhance, not replace our efforts.
Exactly. One of the most popular and well-researched supplements is protein powder, which can be a convenient way to boost your protein intake, especially if you struggle to hit your target through food alone.
Like a handy tool to have in your arsenal?
Right. Another supplement that's gained a lot of attention is creatine. It's been shown to increase strength and power output during workouts, leading to more muscle gains over time. But it works best when combined with consistent training and good nutrition.
So it's not a magic bullet, but it can give you an extra edge.
That's it. And always, always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. Supplements can interact with medications or have side effects, so it's best to be cautious.
Good advice. Safety first. So we've talked exercise, nutrition, and supplements. What else is crucial for building muscle?
One of the most overlooked but essential elements, rest.
Wait, rest. I thought we were supposed to be pushing ourselves to the limit.
Yeah.
How does resting help us build muscle?
I know it sounds counterintuitive, but rest is when the magic happens. When you lift weights, you're creating tiny tears in your muscle fibers. And it's during rest, especially sleep, that your body repairs those tears, rebuilds them stronger. That's how muscles grow.
Ah, so it's not just about breaking down the muscle, but giving it time to rebuild and come back even stronger.
Exactly. Without enough rest, you risk overtraining, which can lead to burnout, injuries, and stalled progress. It's like running a car without ever changing the oil. Eventually, it's going to break down.
That's a great analogy. So how much rest do we really need?
It depends on your training intensity and individual needs, but in general, schedule rest days between your workouts. And don't underestimate the power of sleep. Aim for 7 and 9 hours of good quality sleep each night. That's when those muscles really recover and grow.
Okay, rest is not just for the lazy, it's a strategic part of the process. We need to prioritize rest just as much as our workouts and nutrition.
Absolutely. And it's not just about physical rest. Mental rest is important too. Stress can hinder muscle growth. So things like meditation, spending time in nature, engaging in hobbies you enjoy, that can make a big difference.
It's all about balance then, pushing ourselves and giving our bodies and minds the downtime they need to recover and rebuild.
You got it. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, mindset. It's about setting clear goals, being consistent, and finding that motivation that keeps you going.
Okay, let's talk mindset. It takes more than just physical effort, right? Mental fortitude too. What role does mindset play in achieving our muscle building goals?
It's about approaching this as a journey of self-improvement. It goes beyond just physical changes. It's about setting goals that truly inspire you, creating a plan you can stick to, and staying motivated, even when you're not seeing results immediately.
So it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey and embracing the process along the way.
Exactly. Some practical tips. Start with setting realistic, specific goals. Focus on what you want to achieve and why it matters to you.
I like that. Having a clear why can be powerful. What about consistency?
Huge. It doesn't mean being perfect, but showing up for yourself even when you don't feel like it. Create a schedule that works for you and treat your workouts like important appointments you wouldn't miss.
That's a great tip. How do we stay motivated and avoid those workout slumps?
Find what works for you. Maybe it's tracking your progress with photos or measurements, rewarding yourself, or joining a supportive gym community. Find what keeps you coming back for more.
So intrinsic motivators that keep that fire burning.
Exactly. And remember, building muscle is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, consistency. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never give up.
Love it. We've covered so much. The science of muscle mass, the amazing benefits, and the roles of exercise, nutrition, rest, and mindset. It's clear that building muscle is so much more than just aesthetics. It's a holistic endeavor.
It really is a fascinating deep dive, and I think our listeners are now armed with the knowledge to start their own muscle-building journey.
I agree. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a question. We've learned building muscle strengthens bones, improves insulin sensitivity, and boosts mood. So, my question is, how might this change your perspective on strength training as you age? Something to ponder as we continue our deep dive.
Yeah, that's a great question to think about. It really makes you rethink, how we view aging and fitness. We often think of muscle building as something for young people, but it's like arguably even more important as we age.
Totally. It's like we've been told our bodies just decline as we get older. But what if we could change that?
Exactly. Building and maintaining muscle is one of the best ways to stay independent, avoid those aches and pains, and really maintain our vitality as we get older.
Yeah, it's like investing in our future health and well-being. And the cool thing is, it's never too late to start.
Absolutely. Even small changes to your exercise and diet can make a big difference. And remember, the benefits go way beyond the physical, like we've been saying.
Right, that keeps coming up. Speaking of those wider benefits, I'm super interested in the link between muscle building and mental health. It's something I've felt myself, but what's the science behind it?
It's a really exciting area of research. Studies have shown a strong connection between strength training and a decrease in anxiety and depression symptoms. It's not just like anecdotal, it's real.
So it's not just about feeling physically stronger, it's about feeling better mentally and emotionally, too.
Exactly. And there are a few things going on here. One is endorphins, those feel-good chemicals released during exercise. They're natural mood boosters and painkillers.
I love that. Endorphins, like our brain's own personal pharmacy.
Right. But it's more than just the chemicals. There's also the psychological aspect, that sense of accomplishment when you reach your fitness goals. That can boost confidence and self-esteem, which affects other parts of your life.
Yeah, like a positive feedback loop. Building muscle leads to more confidence, which then helps you take on other challenges.
You got it. And don't forget the social aspect, too. Joining a gym or a fitness class can create a sense of belonging. You get support from others, and that's important for well-being, too.
Oh, for sure. There's something about being around people who share your passion for fitness. You push each other to be better.
It's a powerful combo. The physical benefits, the chemical changes, that feeling of growth, and the social support, all working together.
This deep dive has really shown me how powerful building muscle can be. It's not about vanity, it's a whole approach to health, well-being, and living longer.
Couldn't agree more. It's something I'm passionate about.
And I bet our listeners are feeling inspired to start their own muscle-building journeys.
I hope so. It's worth it. The rewards are amazing.
Speaking of starting that journey, I wanted to touch on something the articles emphasized. Proper form when working out.
Yes. Crucial. Proper form is the foundation of safe and effective training. It makes sure you're using the right muscles and not getting injured.
So it's not just about lifting heavy, it's about lifting right.
Exactly. Think of it like building a house. If the foundation's weak, the whole thing's at risk. Same with exercise. Bad form puts stress on your joints and muscles, and that leads to pain, injury, and setbacks.
Makes sense. How can we ensure we're using good form, especially if we're new to strength training?
Start with the basics. Master those fundamental movements like squats, deadlifts, presses. Really nail the technique before adding weight.
Like learning the alphabet before you write a novel.
Love that. And don't be afraid to start light. Better to focus on form than ego lifting.
Good reminder. It's tempting to go heavy right away.
It is. And another great resource is a personal trainer. They can check your form, give you feedback, and help you create a workout plan that's safe and effective for you.
It's like having a guide on your fitness journey.
Exactly. Investing in that guidance, especially if you're new, can make a huge difference.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot today. The science, the mindset, nutrition, rest, even proper form.
It's been quite the exploration. And I think our listener has everything they need to start their own muscle-building adventure.
I agree. I'm feeling pumped up myself.
That's the spirit. And as we head into the final part of our deep dive, let's leave our listeners with something else to think about.
I'm ready.
We've focused on the personal benefits of muscle building. But how might those benefits reach beyond ourselves, to our relationships, communities, even our purpose?
Ooh, I like that. It makes us think about how our own growth can impact those around us.
Exactly. Health and well-being aren't just for us, they're interconnected. Our journeys can inspire others.
That's a perfect thought to end this part of our deep dive on. We'll be back to explore those connections and how building muscle can lead to a more fulfilling life.
Wow, that's a really powerful question. Makes you think bigger picture, how our own choices affect those around us.
Definitely. When we take care of ourselves, it naturally has an impact on, well, everything. Our relationships, how we show up in our communities, the energy we bring to the world.
So it's not just about us. Building muscle is almost like an act of service. We're better able to support others, be there for them. I love that perspective. When we feel strong and confident, we're naturally more likely to engage with people, offer help, contribute to our communities.
It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Our personal growth kind of creates this ripple effect that benefits everyone.
Exactly. And I think that's especially true within the fitness world. There's this incredible sense of community, people from all walks of life pushing themselves, celebrating each other's wins, offering support.
Oh, absolutely. That energy at the gym when everyone's encouraging each other, it's contagious. It makes you want to push harder, be better. And that feeling stays with you even outside the gym.
It does. It reminds us that we're not in this alone.
Yeah.
We have this shared experience, this journey, and together we can achieve amazing things.
And when we feel good about ourselves, inside and out, we naturally share that positivity. We make the world a little brighter.
It's true. It's like this chain reaction of good vibes. Starts with us taking care of ourselves and then spreads outwards.
This deep dive has been a real journey. We've gone from the science of muscle to how it affects our lives, and now to how it connects us to something larger.
It has been an incredible exploration. I hope our listeners are feeling as inspired as I am.
Me too. And to everyone listening, we hope this has sparked a passion for building muscle, not just for how it makes you look, but for all those incredible ripple effects it can create in your relationships, community, and even your sense of purpose.
It's never too late to start, no matter who you are, your fitness level, or your goals.
That first step is all it takes. Take that step today and see what happens.
And on your journey, remember, embrace those challenges, celebrate your wins, and never stop exploring the incredible potential that's within you.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the world of muscle building. We'll be back with another fascinating topic soon.
Until then, keep pushing yourselves inside and out, and keep striving to be the best version of yourselves.
Onwards and upwards.